Welcome to a Friday morning, everybody. Let's take a look at your Petoskey area ski report for this weekend. Nubs Knob hasn't had any snow over the last 24 to 48 hour period, but they do have up to a 48-inch base. They're running 5 lifts and some 53 runs. Boyne Mountain, well, they've got up to a 45-inch base. They too are also open. Great season so far this year, especially with the cold temperatures that we've had recently. They're operating 7 lifts and up to 65 trails. Whatever you choose to do this weekend, stay safe and have fun. I'm Fox 17 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Craig.
Are you interested in being on Fox 17 Morning Mix or would like to advertise with us? If so, just scan that QR code on your screen. We hope to see you on our show soon.
You know, too much sugar, that's a bad thing for your body. And it might surprise you to learn how much sugar is in a lot of our food. Did you know that ketchup is nearly 25% sugar? Our next guest loves sweets, but when she was diagnosed with diabetes, she dedicated her time to satisfying that sweet tooth without the sugar. Jane Jones is her name, and she can help you do the same with her cookbooks and more. She's known as the No Sugar Baker. She's joining us via Zoom this morning to share her story. Hi, Jane.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. Can you share that personal health story I mentioned?
Oh, goodness gracious. Absolutely. You know, I've shared it before with you guys. So about 4 years ago, my husband dragged me to the emergency room on my birthday, believe it or not. I turned 46 at the time. I'm embarrassed to tell you, my glucose level was over 600 in the ER. I didn't even know what the word glucose meant. My blood pressure was 289 over 189. The ER physician diagnosed me as severely diabetic and told me these magical words. She said, for the rest of your life, you need to eat lean meats and salads. And she sent me home.
No.
Next day, I woke up to no eyesight. For 3 weeks, lost my eyesight. But here's the good part. 6 months later, I was insulin-free, diabetic medicine-free, sugar-free, 60 pounds lighter, and my vision was back to 2020.
What? All of that sounds...
I know, it's quite the story.
Almost sounds like a miracle. So, I mean, obviously something happened here. And how did you decide to turn this into a business?
You know, well, it's not a business, it's a blog. I had no choice in the matter, right? So for me, basically, I threw everything in this lovely kitchen from behind me away. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to go cold turkey, completely eliminate sugar out of my life. But then I got through it was from August to December. I kind of got through the holidays and everybody's like, you know, there's got to be a way. So I started making things again that were completely sugar-free, experimented inside this kitchen, started a blog. That blog took off. It's at nosugarbaker.com, released 2 cookbooks. And today what we're making is the No Sugar Baker White Chocolate Raspberry Bundt Cake. It's right here. It's really good kind of for that in-between springtime.
That is,
because it's pretty, it's fancy. It'd be good for Mother's Day.
That is gorgeous. Now, wait a second. I mean, I see how good, before you dive into this recipe, I see how good it looks.
Oh my gosh.
These still taste good, right?
Oh, are you kidding me? Do I look like someone who's going to lie to you about taste? For crying out loud, absolutely no way. This is probably my most popular favorite recipe. People love when I make this. If I make it for potlucks, I make it for game day now. This is what I bring because it's super easy to do. And you know what? It's beautiful, but it's super easy to do. It tastes wonderful. And it is completely sugar-free, not no sugar added bologna. It is completely sugar-free.
0 sugar in that dessert. So how in the world do you make it sweet?
Yeah, so here it is. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take 1 box of, you can use whatever flavor out there. There's tons of 0 sugar vanilla cake mixes out there. I have my favorite one I use. And I'm going to add in a packet of sugar-free white chocolate pudding mix. Trust me, friends, it does exist. It's easy to find at all the big box stores in your grocery store. So go ahead and put that in. Then you're going to add in, believe it or not, 4 eggs. 4 eggs, a half a cup of vegetable oil. Look how easy this is. Kids could do it. A half a cup of water. And then here's the other fun ingredient. It's 1 cup of sour cream. So you're going to go ahead and add that in. And then here's the other secrets. Now, ever since I went sugar-free, I've been like this little, trying to think of the right word, best shopper ever at the grocery store. Because I want to be able to find things that you can find at your grocery stores too, right? So I found, believe it or not, sugar-free white chocolate chips. I was doing cartwheels down the grocery store aisle because I was like, oh my gosh, finally, there's sugar-free white chocolate chips. And friends, they taste good. So you're gonna go ahead and mix it all together, just like you mix any batter, cake batter, and then you're gonna add in probably a cup to a cup and a half of those white chocolate chips. Let me just do this real fast for you.
White chocolate chips, and then you talk about
Sugar-free.
and the pudding mix and the cake
Yep.
mix, and none of it has any
Yep.
sugar in it.
Nothing. Zero. Zip. Absolutely nothing. And here's the deal. People always ask me, like, oh, you must bake with honey. You must bake with maple syrup. Friends, that is actually adding sugar right into your recipe. So no, if I was to have that, guess what happened? The very first sign, it takes about 2.5 hours. Guess what happens?
What happens?
This eyesight starts to get really blurry and it starts to go. I know exactly what it's like to live without eyesight. I did for 3 weeks of my life. I never want to have that feeling ever again, right? So why in the world would I bake with something that has sugar into it? Makes no sense.
That is something that I'm sure a lot of people could benefit from. Maybe just a lifestyle choice, maybe not even a
It's a
medical
completely
necessity.
lifestyle choice. And you don't have to be sick or have diabetes to eat this way. I think a lot of younger parents, this is what they want, right? So here's what you're going to do next. You're going to
Finding ways
take
to
your
get sugar out of your life.
your bundt cake pan, right? Bundt cake pans are, I'm a Minnesota girl. Bundt cake pans are made for starting in Minnesota. Make sure you spray it. That's the trick of the trade. Make sure you spray it. Then you're going to lay your batter down, half the batter, and then find yourself sugar-free raspberry jam or jelly from the store. And then you're going to scoop it right into the top of the batter and swirl it around, and then top it with the rest of the batter. You're going to bake it at 350 for my stuff. It's about 50 minutes. So do the lovely trick of taking the toothpick in and taking it out, but about 50 to 55 minutes. Then the frosting. It is cream cheese with heavy whipping cream and a little bit of sugar-free confectioner's powdered sugar, which you can find at those stores too. I use the Erythritol brand, which is the skin of a grape, and a little bit of vanilla, whip it together, and that's how you get the frosting that tastes great. And then I top it with raspberries and also with those extra white chocolate chips.
Well, my
And
trick
then when
is
you cut it, look at when you cut it, you're gonna get that ridge
you
of
get
that.
to see that. Sure, I'm gonna.
Yes,
I,
and it's
I
so
wanna
it's
take
so
this
pretty,
cake.
and it's so easy.
I want to take it to a party and not tell anybody it's sugar free.
You'll be the hit.
Just to see if they can figure it out. No Sugar Baker, if that's what you're into. Jane obviously knows her stuff, has an amazing bunch of recipes, a couple of cookbooks out there. If you're not following her on Instagram, well, you got to get there. No Sugar
You
Baker
should
number
be.
one,
I
right?
mean, come on.
And on
Why
Facebook,
wouldn't you
too.
want to?
Well, we appreciate the time this morning. We're going to post this recipe on our website as well. If you want more of this, nosugarbaker.com for more.